Delving into a shocking revelation, a pirate attack has taken an unprecedented turn. What began as a dangerous encounter on the high seas has evolved into an extreme situation with far-reaching implications. This is the grim reality when pirates target a formidable warship. What fate awaits the pirates amidst the escalating chaos? Will they prevail against the odds, or face swift justice on the unforgiving seas? June 2009. A majestic French warship by the name of Somme embarked on Mission Atalanta, an urgent expedition to take control of all naval operations off the East African coast. Somme's seemingly trouble-free journey was interrupted by surprise visitors, the infamous Somali pirates. We often make bad decisions in our lives that we regret later on. But we can only wish that our acumens are never as bad as these Somali pirates. It turns out that these unsuspecting visitors had mistaken the Somme for an ordinary cargo ship. On the night of October 6, 2009, a group of Somali pirates sailed on two motorboats to intercept the oncoming Somme. Their weapon of choice? A bunch of assault rifles. The pirates attempted to climb into the warship using ladders. As they inched closer to a great ransom that night, they realized that it was all a sham. Armed with a Bofors gun, a couple of M2 Browning machine guns and Simbad Mistral missile launchers capable of utter annihilation, the Somme was acting out of character for an unguarded cargo ship that the pirates believed it to be. The Somme retaliated. The crew aboard the warship were now hunting the pirates down. Oh, how the tables have turned. The pirates threw everything that they carried on the boat into the waters, weapons, food, and even water in a desperate bid to escape from the Somme. But the Somme was not built to give up. Nearly an hour later, the pirates on one of the motorboats surrendered to the officials, concluding an intense chase. Fortunately, and thanks to the French Navy, none aboard the Somme were injured in the ordeal. 5. Somali pirates were arrested by the French Navy that night and taken into custody. They were later handed over to local authorities in northern Somalia. Truly, these pirates seem to have invited their own downfall. USS Ashland, April 10, 2010. Incredibly, this wouldn't be the last time Somali pirates mistakenly targeted a warship. Exactly 1 year later, off the coast of Djibouti, 7 Somali pirates faced a similar fate. The warship, cleverly disguised, was the USS Ashland on a routine operation. But the moment the pirates struck, the routine turned into chaos. Believing they were attacking a defenseless merchant ship, the pirates had no idea about what awaited them. A group of 7 pirates on a skiff boat opened fire on the USS Ashland, their confidence high and weapons blazing. But within seconds, their bravado turned to terror. The American Navy on board swiftly retaliated, unleashing 2 devastating rounds from the Mk-38 Mod 2 25mm gun. 1 pirate was instantly killed. This left his comrades stunned and scrambling. It was in that harrowing moment, amidst the echoing gunfire and chaos, that the pirates realized their dreadful mistake. They had attacked a colossal warship belonging to the most powerful naval force in the world. The relentless barrage soon turned the skiff into a raging inferno, forcing the 6 remaining pirates to face a grim choice: stay and burn or plunge into the freezing, unforgiving waters below. In moments of life or death crisis, there's an unspoken, unanimous decision that everyone just instinctively understands. Without hesitation, the pirates abandoned their blazing boat and leapt into the icy depths, desperate to save their lives. But the U.S. Navy did not breed quitters. With a surge of adrenaline and steely determination, the crew launched inflatable boats and gave chase. Against the might of the U.S. Navy, there was no escape. The pirates' desperate swim for freedom was doomed from the start. Within a few minutes, all 6 pirates were arrested by the U.S. Navy and deported back to the U.S. to face the legal consequences of a hasty target. At the end of the trial, the 6 surviving pirates were given life imprisonment on counts of piracy and other offenses. So if it was up to you, should these pirates face the relentless justice of the U.S. or be sent back to Somalia to confront their fate? MV Bunker Laro. On January 20, 2011, a number of Somali pirates managed to hijack a Panamanian-Malaysian chemical tanker MV Bunker Laro, heading towards the Gulf of Aden. The chemical tanker was escorted by the high-powered bunker Mater Lima of the Malaysian government. As soon as the two ships reached the Arabian Sea, the escort bunker Master Lima parted ways with the chemical tanker after it had established the safety of the route thereafter. However, the Somali pirates were preparing to strike. 1 hour after the escort bunker had left the chemical tanker, a distress call crackled over the radio from the captain of MV Bunker Laro. He urgently reported an unidentified vessel closing in fast. Master Lima wasted no time, swiftly pivoting the ship back towards Bunker Laro. But before help could reach them, 18 pirates had brazenly boarded the chemical tanker. But as the pirates swiftly overtook MV Bunker Laro, little did they know that the crew had a secret plan in motion, one that would turn the tables in an unexpected twist of fate. As 7 of the 18 heavily armed pirates scaled the tanker's sides using ladders and ropes, the terrified crew barricaded themselves in the engine room, clinging to hope as Master Lima raced through treacherous waters to mount a daring rescue. What awaited them all would defy their expectations. Finally, Master Lima arrived and positioned itself near the hijacked Bunker Laro. Malaysian authorities attempted to negotiate with the pirates and rescue the crew. However, the pirates were uncooperative. This may have perhaps been their final chance at a peaceful resolution, because what follows is an enormous operation by the Malaysian government that the pirates are surely not going to like. On January 20, 2011, the Malaysian government launched Operation Dawn in the Gulf of Aden to take control of the hijacked MV Bunker Laro and rescue all members on board. A massive collective effort was undertaken by the most powerful naval units in Malaysia. Highly trained commandos from the Malaysian Navy known as Pascal climbed into an inflatable boat from the warship and headed towards the hijacked Laro. But this was not all. The Malaysian government decided to pool in all their combat resources to rescue Bunker Laro. A sniper team was called aboard a helicopter to offer support overhead the Bunker Laro. The helicopter hovering above the hijacked ship was able to locate 11 pirates. Despite issuing multiple warnings, the pirates seemed to ignore the ultimatum. The helicopter began firing in an attempt to get the pirates to move. But this is when the Somali pirates make the worst move possible. They fire back at the helicopter using assault rifles. This forced the sniper team to increase the intensity of their firing, and quite predictably, the pirates could not intercept the firing for too long. Amidst the firing, the Pascal commandos aboard inflatable boats reached Bunker Laro. The commandos split into 2 teams and entered the tanker. The skilled Pascal commandos exchanged fire with these notorious pirates for only a few minutes before drawing Operation Dawn to an end. At the end of a stirring operation, 4 pirates suffered gunshot wounds and 4 other pirates laid their rifles down and eventually surrendered to the Malaysian authorities. The ordeal was now over. The commandos then searched the vessel inside out to ensure that there were no remaining pirates anywhere on board. Following a rigorous search, the commandos pronounced MV Bunker Laro was now safe. Although shaken by the ordeal, all members on the tanker escaped unhurt. What seemed like an eternity to the crew stranded aboard was in reality only 3 hours since the captain sent out the distress signal. What do you think? Was it justified for the Navy to use such force against the pirates? Leave a comment.